Hi everyone, welcome back. I just want to start by saying I hope you can't hear the knocking in the background that I can hear from some inconsiderate soul who doesn't have a clue that I'm recording a YouTube video. Um, anyway, I know a lot of you have kind of private messaged me and said, we need to see more of these videos, we need to have like more kind of efforts and more breakdowns, and even if you don't even know the climbs, like I think particularly like Strava segments are, so diverse. There's segments everywhere nowadays, and you don't have to be, doing Mount Baldy or I don't know, whatever segment it could be to get kudos for getting a KOM. So this was actually filmed the day before my big 250k ride that I did on Wednesday. So this was done on Tuesday, and it was, well, I want to say I wanted to do an opening effort. So I went out and I rode a local climb where I think the KOM was something like a 6 minute 45 seconds. And I think I took almost a minute off that. The climb itself, there's lots of changes of gradients. There's some really steep sections, and then there's like quite a fair bit of flat section as well in certain parts. But it's like a roller coaster climb, and it's up a lane as well. So a lot of the climbs around here, in at least where I kind of live in South Wales, they are these narrow lanes. I mean, you will get main roads, you will get main road climbs, but the majority of them are up these lanes and grass growing up the middle, high hedges. The chances are you will meet like some traffic, sometimes maybe farm traffic, but also chances are you won't meet anything. So this effort was, I think I averaged 404 watts for the 6 minutes 45 seconds, or roughly, or 5 minutes 45 seconds rather, that it took me to summit this climb. As long as I've got the audio synced up with this video, what you're looking at now is probably the steepest section on the climb, 15%. There is another steep section right near the top, excuse me, but this is, I basically ride this climb now, or rather race this climb to the gradient. So what I mean by that is I press harder on the steeper gradients, and then I ease off on the flat sections, or the less steep gradients. And so it's a little bit of common sense, but putting it into practice is a lot harder than I think some people give it credit for. I remember I got interviewed after winning the National Hill Climb Championships last year. And, this kind of old school mentality of, going uphill is very much the same as, who can suffer the most, who can bang their head against the wall, where, you're going as hard as you possibly can and nobody else can go harder than you. Even though watts per kilo plays a part in that, I also think that pacing plays a part in that, and knowing when to apply the sheer amount of power that you have. And a lot of you listen to this, you might not have, a 7 watt per kilo 6 minute effort in you, or 7 minute effort in you, but you might have a 7 watt per kilo 1 minute effort in you. And it's all relative. So if you go out on your local climb, it's 1 minute, but it's very much a roller coaster hill, then where would you put down your most power? Like where would you invest the most amount of power? And to be honest, it would probably be the steepest section. The steepest section might be the first section, or it might be the very last section, but then you would ride that accordingly. So it wouldn't be a case of you going as hard as you can. Now obviously a 1 minute climb or 1 minute effort is a lot different to a 5 minute effort or a 10 minute effort, because you've got more chance of making up time on a longer climb than you have on a shorter climb. But still, I still stand by my reasoning that you would still pace a hill. You'd ride it to your advantage. So like here now, there's a perfect flat section where speed comes up to over 25k an hour, and really I'm just focusing on getting a couple of big deep breaths in, because I know that as I come around this corner now, and by the way, I love this climb because of the sun. Like especially this time of year, there's like lots of shady bits and sunny bits. Coming down here would be a nightmare, because with the shade and the sun, like sometimes you can't see portals, or you can't see like little ruts in the road, which obviously this climb, this descent as well, is horrible for. But as you can see, this last section is really steep, so my power drops to like 300 watts literally just before it. So it gives me, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds of 300 watts, and it just gives me like 2 or 3 breaths to like get, you know, a bit more oxygen in. And then once I'm committed, I'm then going to commit to that last, you know, this is like the last kind of 20 seconds. So when you commit 400, 500 watts all in until you reach the top. So I hope you enjoyed this little effort breakdown. If you want to see more, I will certainly do more. But I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you very soon.